All right. Welcome to the first Let's Play of 502 Gaming. We are starting up a new channel. There's 3 of us here today, and we just decided we love games and this is what we want to do. So my name is Zach. I have with me my brother Tyler.
What's up?
And my cousin David.
Hello.
And we really love games, and we've watched a lot of YouTubers. Games take up a lot of our lives, so we thought might as well have some fun with it. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're each going to play a game that we just want to play. It's not going to be anything significant or special. We're just going to pick a game we want to play and we're going to go with it. For example, I'm starting out with Metroid Fusion. That was a very good, that was perfect. I'm starting out with it for a few reasons. One, Super Metroid's one of my favorite games of all time, and I only played it last year in the year of 2016, which is crazy, but that's when I started it. I finished it 2 days after I started it, and I played it again right afterwards because I loved it. So that's one reason I'm playing. Another reason is because Samus Returns is coming out for the 3DS, and I'm very excited for it. So I wanted to play another 2D Metroid. I've watched people play this, but I have never finished it myself, so I thought this would be a pretty cool game to start with, seeing that I love it so much. But everyone's going to be playing a different game, just whatever they choose. So,
and we'll be playing different genres. We're different ages, so we've fallen in love with different kind of games. I like mostly older games, retro games like JRPGs and 2D platformers. But I love all games, so we'll be playing a wide variety. Tyler plays quite a bit different than I do, whereas I'm retro. He'll tell you a little more, but he plays more of the modern era.
Yeah, so I'm terrible at retro games, if we're being completely honest, outside of a couple. But I'm really big into modern games. Quite a few of my favorite games of all time have come out in this generation with Bloodborne and Breath of the Wild and Persona 5. So I love the Dark Souls, Bloodborne series. I love Fallout. I like Zelda's my favorite series, but I like the Persona series. But there are a couple older games I like. Super Mario World's a big one of mine, and Chrono Trigger, which all of us really like, is a big one of our favorite games. So yeah. I'm gonna be playing more modern stuff, because 1, I just prefer it, and 2, I'm not great at retro games. So
basically what we're trying to say is we have a vast variety of things that, we can all play pretty much any game that we pick up. We just have things that we like. Like David said, he's retro. Tyler's more new age. And then me, for example, I just like action games, adventure games, anything like that. So Metroid, I really, I don't have a preference of 3D or 2D. 2D's been my focus recently. I don't know why, but I've really liked it. So I've really enjoyed those, but I don't care for either one specifically. I like them all. But the reason, what I'm trying to say is I just really like any game that is action-y and everything like that. So Metroid has become really close to my heart because a lot of platformers I'm not huge on. I'm not huge on Mario, believe it or not. Which is weird. The 2D Marios aren't my favorite games, but we'll see.
I guess what we're saying is you're going to see a lot of different things.
Yes.
We plan on playing new and old and action and RPG and shooters and anything you can imagine we plan on playing.
Yeah. And badly.
And a lot of times badly.
Because, we all play games together. I'm sure a lot of you play Overwatch. It's an awesome game, a new shooter that came out in 2016. And we literally all played it
We have a
every day.
combined 1,500 hours or so.
Close.
That's sad, but it is what it is. This is the longest opening to a game ever.
I
You're doing really good.
This is our first episode. We were planning on being in around 10 minutes, and it's been 5 minutes.
So I
as you can
apologize.
see.
This won't happen very often. We weren't expecting a 20-minute opening scene for a Game Boy Advance game, but sometimes that happens, I guess. I haven't played a lot of Game Boy Advance games. I don't know if 10-minute cutscenes are usual, but
That was actually, whenever they came out with it, they were like, we want to be the SNES, but a lot more theatrical. So they put like 20-minute cutscenes in between like every chapter of each game.
a lot of games we have played before that we're going to be playing. We've played tons of games between all three of us. We've actually never played all the way through this. Zach has played a little bit into this.
Yeah, I've tried to get
and-
used to it before I played it on a show, obviously.
And what Tyler said is pretty true. Super Nintendo, you get off a ship, you run around, you kill things. This, you got a 20-minute opening, then you got a little, I don't know, scanner. A guy comes over an intercom and tells you exactly where to go.
I've tried.
We've tried every button about 150 times now. Here in just a minute, we'll be going, and from here on, there shouldn't be any cutscenes.
We'll make this episode longer. This is ridiculous. As you can tell, I'm not reading anything. I usually don't because I'm dyslexic and I
down
don't
to
care.
a giant turd.
That was literally crap. I don't know if you saw that there, but it was a ring with some poop.
We are flying into this.
That
I think.
ship's really cool. That's a really cool ship. I really like 16-bit art. So, I mean, that's interesting to me. But
Oh man!
it's finally
Somehow
started.
that turd is turned into a metal thing
Six
with the
vessels.
6 capsules around it.
So, me personally, my only experience with Metroid is using Samus in any Super Smash Brothers. I've literally never played a Metroid game.
Which is sad.
This is coming from the kid who says he doesn't like 2D Marios, though. So
That's true. I don't know. 2D Marios are just so simple and whatever. Oh, so here we go. This is the game.
I would beg to differ. You've never played Mario 3.
That's true. But, okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about is I really love Super Metroid. It's an awesome game. It's just near and dear to my heart. I played it last year, like I said, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. Shit.
off to a great start.
It's one of my favorite games of all time, so that's why I wanted to play this. But something that isn't a popular opinion that I have is I have Metroid Prime for the GameCube, and it's said to be one of the best GameCube games, one of the best Metroid games. But I'm not a huge... I like it a lot, but I've never felt like I wanted to complete it. I really like it, but it's just not anywhere close to 2D Metroids for me. That might just be me, but that's what... I don't know. It's just something about
it. It isn't just you. It's definitely me as well. I think it's quite a bit better, but I'm the one that likes retro games, so maybe we are.
Well, the thing is, it's you guys have different tastes. One is a 2D action platformer with a lot of backtracking, and the other is a first-person shooter with a lot of backtracking.
That's true.
So you're looking at two completely different genres and the same series.
But
so obviously people are gonna wipe one over the other, even though both are fantastic.
What's weird about
games in their
that,
own right.
though? What's weird about that is, one of my what got me into gaming originally was shooters, and that's basically a first-person shooter in an adventure-style mode.
Yeah, but
which is
the
weird.
shooter that got you into gaming was Call of Duty, not a shooter that has a lot of backstory and exploration elements.
Yeah, I'm one of those millennials that started playing games when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I'm not ashamed. It's one of my favorite games of all time, but I am one of those Call of Duty people. Don't love everyone. A lot of them are terrible, but Modern
the
Warfare
new
2
ones are terrible.
is one of the best shooters ever made, and I will fight you on it till the end.
And talking about the age difference, we were just talking before we got on about the first game we remember playing. He started with Modern Warfare 2. My first game I remember...
No.
Oh, that
He
was the
said-
first game you really got
That's
into.
what I got into.
Okay,
but
never
The first
mind.
game I ever remember all of us playing is, we grew up together. We're from the same city. We live 2 minutes away, literally our whole lives, because now David's moved, but he still lives right down the road. So the first, after school, David and his sister would come to mine and Tyler's house, and we would play GameCube. That is the first system I remember, and we played Super Smash Brothers. And that was the game that really got me into everything. That's the first one I remember. So that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I
say,
took it a different way.
I would say the first game I ever remember playing, and I'm not that much older than Zach, so this is kind of weird, but is the original Mario Brothers on the original Nintendo on one of the like old wooden TVs. And like, which is weird because I was born like a decade after the NES came out, but that was the first game I remember playing. The first game I would say that really got me into gaming was, and it's still my favorite game to this day, is Zelda Twilight Princess. I got it basically the day it came out, and I just played the crap out of that game, and I got the HD re-release and 100% completed.
Yeah.
That's what really got me back into this. Got me into gaming, and now I'll just buy games and never beat them.
I think we all have. Well, go ahead and say like what your game you remember.
The first game I ever remember. This shows how much older I am than the other two. As Tyler said, his first game was Mario, but it was out for about 15 years at that point. Mine was Gunsmoke on the NES.
A lot of you are thinking, "What are you talking about?"
And I didn't play that when it was 15 years old. I played it when it was about 1 year old. So I'm quite a bit older. Here's some more useless information. This is the fourth time we've been stopped.
Yeah.
Have you read anything?
I have not
read
read
one
one.
word.
Well, it's
I
just
just read
Adam that she has a crush on. That's basically.
I just
the
read
premises.
Operation Deaths, and I don't even think that's what it said. I think
It-
Deaths
it's-
was not part of that.
It said something about it.
But before we go into anything else, so Metroid Fusion is the fourth Metroid, I think. The fourth one made.
That I know
Metroid,
of. There's
Metroid
Metroid 2,
Super
Super
Metroid.
Metroid.
I think that
If
says
we're wrong, I'm sorry.
I think it says it at the beginning of this game, Metroid 4. That's another thing
I
it's
believe
called.
so. I know there's three before.
But basically, in this game, I'll tell you the backstory because I know it because I'm a fan. Is Metroid 4 basically? So you just had the baby Metroid save you, basically. If I get this right, I could be completely wrong here. That's what happened.
I'm a
and
big fan. I just don't know the story.
You basically just left, and you get called, and they're basically it got out, and you're like, I literally just left, basically. So you were sent back, and there is a virus that can take over different things, and the virus basically takes over Samus's body. So your enemy in this game, it's not Ridley, it's not Kraid, it's you, basically. You're fighting yourself. And there's
a
different...
much stronger version of
Yeah,
yourself.
so you start out at this game with nothing on you. Like, as you can see after this gets off my screen. You're in a blue suit. I have no charge shot. It's literally just pellets.
It's Mega Man's pellets.
Right, it's lemons. And... Oops.
What nice elevator.
Oh, the elevator's messed up.
You should have listened to the navigation.
yeah,
That's one thing we
probably
have that Evil Samus doesn't. We have a computer speaking to us over an intercom.
Yeah, but basically, I have missiles.
Yeah. Look at that.
So, yeah, you're fighting a much stronger version of yourself, and there's different sectors in this game, and you go through them and like try to restore everything back to normal. So that's what this game is. That's what the little gel things are. That's like your energy and everything in this game. And that's like what takes over people. I'm about to get destroyed by a boss, if you remember. Remember the first time I played this?
Oh,
Yeah. The first time he played this,
It took him like
he
6
ran-
hours just to get through the first area.
he
Okay.
couldn't figure out how to climb onto the wall.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
god.
ran into him over and over.
Okay. So as we're closing up here, what games are you guys looking forward to coming up in the next month or so?
Yeah, I mean, like we said, we're all going to start out with a first game. I know. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
This time he can't even get to the boss. The dwarf's beating him up.
I'm almost dead. No, this happened the first time too, remember?
Oh yeah, he got fucked.
Oh my
up.
god. Okay, finally.
All right, next time we'll see what's behind that door.
Bye.